Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing an interesting thing, so of course I had to make a video to put on social media so I could get some attention for it. I'm not sure it's all that, but it's not all that. I think some of you might actually like to see this. But I'm going to retrieve a Ford 4000 tractor with a front end loader and a backhoe. It's a pretty useful piece of equipment. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a trailer to haul the thing, and it's 60 miles away. So I'm going to drive to this tractor, get it in running working order, and then drive the tractor 60 miles home at only 16 miles an hour according to the internet. Yay! I think I got everything I need, although I'm sure I forgot something. Now, it isn't good for an old tractor to run at full throttle in the hot sun for hours on end in road gear. So to minimize the damage from me doing that, I've got 10 gallons of hydraulic fluid, I've got 2 gallons of 1040 engine oil, and some grease. We want to do it with all new fluids. I brought my regular tools, got a slow moving vehicle sign, a drain pan, and I brought my heavy sockets because it's a tractor. It's going to need heavy sockets. Anybody who's been around heavy equipment knows you got to have a lot of chain for whatever reason. So I grabbed all of the chain out of my shop. A backhoe should be chained in place when you're catting at places to keep it from banging against its joints and wearing them out prematurely. The tractor's from 1970, so I'm sure those joints are already in pretty rough shape. We don't want to make it any worse. This is the guy right here. Now, I've already recorded most of this video. My phone just overheated in the sun and I lost most of what I had recorded. So let's go through it again real quick. I replaced the engine oil, I filled up the hydraulic fluid, and I greased everything on the tractor. Even the loader and stuff. I'm not going to be using the loader on this trip, but just bouncing around in there. You want some grease to keep things from just wearing out. Now I'm tightening up this wheel right here, and it's kind of a bear. But it's floppy in there, so I need to get these outer nuts a little bit tighter before I start driving this thing 60 miles. Oh, I just remembered that I need a couple of gallons of Old Green and some wasp spray. Yay! The saddest part about losing half of this video is I lost the clip of me wrapping this recoil rope around the oil filter and turning it with this screwdriver because I forgot to bring a filter wrench. That was really cool, and now you don't get to see me do it. Bummer. I've made it this far. I wanted to record more, but it's kind of a bear to drive. I've gone from Brutus, Michigan to Alanson, Michigan, about 5 miles. The next town in line is Indian River. That's quite a haul. We didn't make it to Indian River. We didn't get halfway there. The tractor decided to have its first breakdown of the trip. This coil decided to suck sausage. Now I'm waiting for a friend to bring me one. While I have you, I wanted to say it's about to rain, and this tractor does not go 16 miles an hour like the internet says. It goes 6 miles an hour, so I'm gonna get wet. A new coil, and she's running. On the road again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like we're going to make it. We got a little bit further after the coil, but we ended up breaking our rim. There's nothing really holding it on. I was able to take a bolt out of the transmission bell housing and reattach this part of the rim right here, but it's broken right here. It's broken right here. Let me get to the other side and show you. It's hard to see, but they all sort of look like that one right there. There's only 2 holding it on now. I got enough to anchor that wheel so it would roll just fine, and we were going to make it, but then we ran into another problem. We blew a head gasket. She's spraying all over the place. I took the cap off to take the pressure off from it and wrapped this rag around there, but it's still bubbling over pretty good. We're just not going to make it. But I'll tell you, we wouldn't have gotten near as far as we did get if I hadn't had all the support we had. I had 2 friends stop by, and one of those friends offered us a trailer to get the thing all the way back to where it was going. We only made it 20 miles, but there's a friend in this area, lives around here someplace. We're going to try to find his house and park the tractor overnight and come back and get it with a trailer, like rational thinking human beings. Boo, this sucks. I really wanted this little tractor to drive the whole 60-mile stretch, but I guess that's just not going to happen.